best chance to find a habitable planet.
Yeah, shooting the bullet. You're catching it.
Arrakis is a death trap.
Enjoy your favorite HBO original series and movies with
Centaur, your kind of company.
Smart introduces Real Unlimited Postpaid Plans, providing customers with unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data. Now that's a real great deal. With Smart Plus, Share 1 and 2, and Enterprise 1 and 2 plans, you can talk as much as you want, text as much as you want, and for the first time ever in Belize, you can enjoy unlimited data with your postpaid plan. So come in and sign up for an unlimited postpaid plan and enjoy limitless possibilities. In addition, other plans such as the Flex Junior, Choice, and Select have been boosted with a lot more talk, text, and data, providing you with the best value for your budget. Be unlimited with Smart. It's time to power your dollar with Smart.
Centaur, your kind of company.
Tonight on CTV3 News, a case of domestic violence that has a man from the village of San Pablo in Orange Walk fighting for his life at the NRH, and the alleged abuser, a woman, facing serious charges. Residents of Sartaneja concerned about recent spike in robberies occurring within the village. They call on the cops to take action. Prime Minister John Briceño speaks on the reassignment of Minister of State Ramon Cervantes. And the BSAFA meets with Cabinet. These are some of the stories we have for you tonight in our newscast for Wednesday, January 11th, 2023.
This is our best chance to find a habitable planet.
Yeah, shooting the bullet. You're catching it.
Arrakis is a death trap.
Enjoy your favorite HBO original series and movies with
Centaur, your kind of company.
Smart introduces Real Unlimited Postpaid Plans, providing customers with unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data. Now that's a real great deal. With Smart Plus, Share 1 and 2, and Enterprise 1 and 2 plans, you can talk as much as you want, text as much as you want, and for the first time ever in Belize, you can enjoy unlimited data with your postpaid plan. So come in and sign up for an unlimited postpaid plan and enjoy limitless possibilities. In addition, other plans such as the Flex Junior, Choice, and Select have been boosted with a lot more talk, text, and data, providing you with the best value for your budget. Be unlimited with Smart. It's time to power your dollar with Smart.
Am I missing a tooth?
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Enjoy your favorite HBO original series and movies with
Centaur, your kind of company.
Hello? Velma Dinkley speaking.
Hello, Velma. Do you like solving mysteries?
Yeah, but I'm actually much more three-dimensional than that. Who is this?
That's the mystery. And solve it quick, because I'm in your house.
Enjoy your favorite HBO original series and movies with
Centaur, your kind of company.
LG dual inverter compressor cools air faster by operating at speeds as high as 120 Hz with more stability compared to conventional models. It also saves up to 70% more energy by operating at speeds as low as 10 Hz with more stability. It reduces torque vibration down to 40% for quiet outdoor unit operation. Stable operation with low vibrations also results in increased durability.
¡Estoy! ¡Por fin estoy!
A rodar.
¡Esto va a estar bueno!
Enjoy your favorite HBO original series and movies with
Centaur, your kind of company.
Good evening with your news, also simulcast on Face FM 106.7. I am Joanna Rodriguez. We start off tonight's newscast with a story of domestic violence, one where the victim is a male individual from San Pablo village in Orange Walk. The victim is tonight fighting for his life at the Northern Regional Hospital after his common-law wife, Myra Rodriguez, came down on him fiercely with concrete blocks. The incident unfolded on November 16th last year. However, it only recently became known as it was reported to police last Friday. Today, Elmer Cornejo spoke to Vidal Sabido, father of the victim, to get all the details. Here is that story.
When men become victims of domestic violence, they usually find it hard to seek help. They are ashamed to admit they are vulnerable and fear no one will believe them. This is the case for 34-year-old Leonardo Sabido, a resident of San Pablo Village in the Orange Walk district, who has been in a common-law relationship for a little over 1 year. But the romance turned bitter on November 16, 2022, when he was involved in a violent altercation with his common-law wife Myra Rodriguez while under the influence of alcohol. Tonight, he is admitted at the Northern Regional Hospital, unable to eat, drink, or speak. His father, Vidal Sabido, broke down the story for us outside the premises of the NRH.
Como él es un muchacho que toma mucho, y la mujer Mayra Rodríguez toma bastante también. Entonces él maltrata a mi hijo. Las vecinas me dicen, él vivió un poco en San Pablo y las vecinas me dicen que ella maltrata a mi hijo, pega a mi hijo, ha planeado a mi hijo. Pero esta vez, para el 16 de noviembre, se propasó la mano. Él vino high y entonces mi hijo me dijo cuando llegó conmigo herido que ella le pegó con palo acá y le pegó acá con palo y mi hijo cayó y como ella es mujer grande, la zapateó con los pies y luego con un bloc le dio en su barriga. Ajá, y no sé cómo hizo mi hijo, dice, y él escapó. Entonces en esa noche él durmió en el monte. Ajá, él durmió en el monte y al amanecer temprano un amigo le tendió la mano para levantarlo y pidió su bicicleta, agarró su bicicleta y se vino conmigo, no sé cómo hizo para llegar conmigo en la bicicleta. Yo estaba viniendo de vender maíz por ahí de las 8 de la mañana cuando él llegó en la casa, estaba llorando y estaba con la mano acá en la barriga. Entonces yo pensé que había tenido pleito con los amigos, ¿verdad? En parranda, pero después me dijo que no, la mujer lo había pegado. Ajá, entonces transcurrió los días, yo pensé que iba a aliviarse, pero se me complicó bastante más su situación. Yo lo traje aquí con Dávila, pero fue un domingo y Dávila no estaba, entonces lo llevamos en Medical Plaza, de la mujer joven, y le sacó ultrasonido y miró que solo es líquido que estaba fluyendo, pero ella no pudo entender ese líquido. Entonces me dice, anda en el hospital, te van a dar unos antibióticos y con eso el muchacho va a sanar. Yo me alegré, ¿verdad? Entonces lo traje, estaba saliendo el doctor allá, un doctor, le presenté el papel y todo y dijo, señor, su hijo no está grave, su hijo solo tiene líquido que está fluyendo y le voy a dar 2 tipos de antibióticos, va a comprar en la farmacia y con eso va a estar bien, va en la casa. Pues yo me sentí aliviado con esas palabras, vine, compré el antibiótico, todo y lo llevé, lo empecé a dar.
However, when Leonardo Sabido was back home, his health deteriorated and one morning he had to be rushed to Orange Walk for medical assistance. Soon after, the 34-year-old Sabido would need an emergency surgery after it would be known that his liver and kidney may be compromised.
Al transcurrir 4 o 5 días, él empezó a empeorar. Entonces, una noche miércoles, él está gritando, está llorando, me dice, papá, yo no aguanto, yo me estoy muriendo. Agarré yo, hice un flete, lo traje ahora con el señor Dávila. El señor Dávila, cuando llegamos, lo atendió, le puso esa cosa acá y pudo ver que estaba lastimado su vaso y tenía un hematoma, una bolsa de sangre que ya se había vuelto pus y había reventado y estaba entre el hígado y el riñón. Y nos mandó acá de inmediato con un papel para que sea operado en emergencia. Pues lo trajimos y cuando yo entré, el doctor Falcón estaba saliendo, él es un cirujano y le di el papel y lo mostró, me dice, este muchacho está gravemente, quiere de emergencia una operación. Entonces me la preparó todo miércoles en la noche para amanecer jueves a casi cerca de las 11 lo llevó a quirófano, lo operó, salió un éxito, pero el doctor descubrió que el vaso está roto. El vaso
sanguíneo está roto.
Ajá, el vaso que produce líquido en la boca. Ajá, está roto, entonces, como era tanto la materia que había allá bajo el hígado, él no cerró la herida y el viernes en la mera tarde la volvió a intervenir, ajá, la anestesió, pero ahora solo medio cuerpo la intervino y le secó toda la materia que quedaba y entonces lo cerró.
Sabito would spend another 12 days hospitalized before he could be released and head back home for full recovery. Sabito's family hoped for a better outcome this time, but that was not the case because his condition only worsened, forcing his family to seek medical assistance once more. Tonight, he remains in bed at the NRH and is unable to eat, contributing to an even more grim prognosis. And while his family must deal with his condition and the mounting medical bills, his alleged abuser is out free after she received a bail of $3,000 on Monday when she appeared before the Orange Walk Magistrates Court for grievous harm. Rodriguez was detained on Friday last and was under police custody over the weekend. When she appeared before the court, she was ordered not to interfere with the victim and to keep 50 feet away from him.
Empezó a mostrar, después de los casi 10 días que lo llevé a la casa, empezó a mostrar que está decayendo, no quiere comer, no quiere beber, su boca está seco y el doctor me había dado, lo traje para su dressing y el doctor al ver su estado me dio un papel que lo lleve con Dávila otra vez para ver cómo están sus órganos o qué es lo que está causando que él ya no quiere comer, ya no quiere beber. Y lo llevé con Dávila, Dávila le sacó todo el ultrasonido y miró que todo está bien, pero lo que está lastimando al muchacho es el vaso roto que ha hecho que su boca esté seca. Entonces usted sabe cuando usted muerde la comida, ¿verdad? El líquido producido por el vaso lubrica tu comida y le das vuelta, eso él no tiene. Cuando yo lo crío a él, solo da vuelta su comida en su lengua. Y cuando tarda un poquito él se está ahogando. Entonces yo le tengo que dar lentamente el agua para que él no se ahogue. Entonces de eso él decayó, lo llevé a la casa y se puso mal, lo volví a traer. Es que él está en esta condición ahorita que se encuentra bastante crítico. Yo pensé que esta cosa no iba a ir lejos hasta donde ha llegado, ¿verdad? Yo pensé que con la ayuda médica y todo, allí iba a levantar él, pero llegó a operación. Entonces, yo fui a reportar en la estación, me atendió un cabo, no recuerdo la fecha que yo fui 2 veces porque no se hacía nada. Entonces el cabo que me atendió me dijo, señor Sabito, yo no puedo hacer nada por usted. Le digo, ¿por qué? Porque usted no es el herido, usted no es el dañado, usted no puede hacer un reporte en contra de esta mujer. Su hijo tiene que hacer este reporte, él tiene que dar su declaración. Le digo, ¿cómo lo va a hacer si mi muchacho está en cama de hospital? A Mayra lo detenieron este viernes que pasamos. Y antier que lo sacaron a corte, no la condenaron. Ella presentó que está loca y el juez dijo que a una loca no se le puede acusar o condenar porque no sabe lo que hizo y las dejaron libre. Pero ayer los vecinos me dicen que ella actúa normalmente en su casa, entonces yo lo que quisiera decir es esto, que el señor Pot tiene un trabajo muy grande que hacer, vigilar a esta mujer, ¿verdad? Sin ser visto, que vaya con una vestidura civil como nosotros y vigile a esta mujer y le tome videos cómo está andando y lo presente en la corte, porque no es justo esto que le ha hecho a mi hijo tan gravemente, se quede así sin hacer nada. Ella merece recibir, ¿verdad?, su castigo conforme ella ha hecho su crimen.
The family is seeking the public's assistance to be able to foot the accumulated medical bill of Leonardo Sabito. We tried contacting Mayra Rodriguez for her side of the story, but our messages and calls went unanswered. Elmer Cornejo, CTV3 News.
A recent spree of armed robberies in the fishing village of Sartaneja across the Corozal Bay have residents up in arms and demanding response from the authorities. Notably, these reports have not made it on the news nor in the police blotter. However, several reports reaching our studio indicate that the string of robberies is an ongoing social illness since late last year, and police are yet to intervene with substantive answers on how it will end these unwanted activities. Today, we spoke to the chairman of the village via phone to understand what has been going on in the fishing community. Here is what he told us.
Empezó, yo creo que del año pasado, sí, pero como que esta semana empezó más, como 3 seguidos.
¿Y las personas de estos lugares que han sido robados, qué han dicho? ¿Qué hacen?
Esas personas al policía le han dado su reporte. Sí, lo que vemos que la aldea ya es grande para un policía nomás. Yo creo que ya es tiempo que se necesita otro policía en la aldea. Son muchachos que es por la droga, pues, mucha droga, ya no quieren trabajar y se ponen a estar haciendo esas cosas después. Y como esta semana, el reporte que yo tengo, que cada noche ha estado sucediendo uno diferente, en diferentes puestos, ¿no?
Entonces anoche hubo un robo.
Anoche tengo entendido que hubo otro.
¿Nos da el detalle?
Con un chino, una tienda de un chino.
¿Quiénes son las personas que están haciendo esto?
Ahorita dicen que tienen cuando robaron con una americana, que en la cámara le agarraron su foto de un muchacho que se llama Ernesto, y la patrulla vino el otro día para llevarlo, que estaba antes de la ley, pero no lo pudieron agarrar.
Ok, pero si él se ha ido de la ley y sigue sucediendo, quiere decir que hay otras personas que lo están haciendo.
Pues yo creo que no solo es uno, yo creo que son varios, ¿sí?
The most recent robbery occurred late last night at a Chinese supermarket in the village. We are told the robbers left with an undisclosed amount of cash. This latest incident has prompted an emergency meeting today with the police officer stationed in Sardineja and the officer commanding the Corozal police station. The chairman of the village says that after that meeting, another will be held with the entire village council as they seek to crack down on the robberies.
¿Solamente hay una policía en la aldea? ¿Hay una estación de policía?
Solo un policía tenemos. Él hoy está en Corozal, que fue a una junta. Y no rato me llamó que cuando él esté de regreso a la aldea, va a querer tener un meeting con el cónsul también.
¿Cuáles son los planes del cónsul para poder trabajar esta situación que obviamente es de preocupación para toda la aldea?
Pues nosotros estábamos pensando en formar un neighborhood watch, a ver qué podemos hacer, y pedir que las patrullas también vengan para a ver de proteger la aldea.
Police continue to investigate the sudden spike in robberies in the village. To strengthen governance and enhance cabinet's performance, Prime Minister Honorable John Briceño made a minor reshuffle within his administration this week. Minister of State Honorable Ramon Cervantes went from the Ministry of Immigration to the Ministry of Sustainable Development, Climate Change and Disaster Risk Management. He will now assist Minister Orlando Habet in the area of NEMO, the Belize National Fire Service and the Belize Solid Waste Management Authority. While several speculations came along with Cervantes' reassignment, today Prime Minister John Briceño quelled all the rumors by defending the portfolio adjustment.
Whenever anybody makes, a Prime Minister makes a change, it doesn't have to be because of any wrongdoing. It's simply because as Prime Minister I have to constantly be looking at the performance of the different ministries and looking at where I can do a better fit. Honorable Monchi Cervantes is one of the most capable persons we have. Super intelligent. I mean, many people don't know this, but he sat down for his the CPA, the Certified Public Accountant, the exam, and he passed it in one sitting. More than many people have to take it 4 or 5 times before they finally pass it. He did it in one sitting. I put him with Minister Corte because I felt that since he's a new elected representative, that he can learn a lot from Minister Courtney. And he and Minister Courtney work very closely together. But looking around, we're seeing now that the issue of climate change has become a burning topic worldwide. And it requires a lot of the attention of Minister Landy Habet. Landy has so much to do with these issues, both locally and internationally. And he has a fairly big ministry. So we felt it was best to be able to move Munchie, one of our more capable ministers of state, and put him to work along with Landy. We have the issue of NEMO. We have to look at the total reorganization, restructuring of NEMO. At this last hurricane, thankfully it was only a Category 1, and it only hit one small area of the country. We saw a lot of deficiencies. We are seeing also that on the Solid Waste Management Authority, that it needs more closer attention. And the same thing with the fire service. Because since Minister Habet is solely concentrated on these issues, and by the way, because of his efforts and the efforts of the CEO, we are potentially raising tens of millions of free money for Belize under climate change. We felt that then it's best to have Munchie to go in there and to assist Minister Habet.
A defamation suit that was brought against opposition leader Shine Barrow by Prime Minister John Bresenio was dismissed in the Supreme Court last Wednesday. The claim arose out of a statement made by Barrow on Facebook in the wake of a New Year's address that was delivered by then opposition leader John Bresenio. Barrow responded to a speech that Bresenio had made in which he said he had credible information of those in the UDP being involved in landing drug planes. Shine, in a Facebook comment, rebutted by making certain remarks about Bresenio in the context of narco planes. Today, PM Bresenio was asked for his comments on the court's decision, and here is how he responded.
I'm waiting to get the written judgment from the lawyers, from the judge, and our lawyers are going to look at it. I have made a promise to the Attorney General that I'm not going to attack any judge like what the previous Prime Minister has done, so I will keep it as that.
According to the leader of the United Democratic Party, the trial judge dismissed the matter on the ground that his response was proportionate to the unfounded claim made by Bresenio. Coming up next, BSCFA meets with Cabinet. Stay tuned.
¡Es hoy! ¡Por fin es hoy!
A rodar.
¡Sí, señor!
Esto va a estar bueno.
Enjoy your favorite HBO original series and movies with
Centaur, your kind of company.
After the signing of an interim agreement between BSI, ASR, and Belize Sugarcane Farmers Association, BSCFA, the 2022-2023 crop season, got underway 14 days ago. While the season takes its course, both stakeholders of the industry need to return to the table to finalize a commercial agreement. They have been unable to do so even with the intervention of a mediator. Aware of the importance of the sugar industry, government has had to intervene in the matter to try and find a solution to the current impasse, but nothing seems to be working. With both bodies being a private entity, there is just so much GOB can do. During their last cabinet meeting on Tuesday, the Bresenio administration made another attempt to pave the way towards an agreement by listening to the concerns of the membership of the BSCFA.
So we felt as a cabinet it would be good to invite both parties to come in and to make a presentation so we could get a better in-depth understanding. A few of us have a fairly good understanding of it, but most of the cabinet don't because they don't follow the sugar industry. For instance, I am from the sugar belt, so it's obviously it is in my interest to be able to keep a handle on that. So they made a presentation, and I think they made some good points on how is it that they can have, they believe, a more fairer agreement that would then seek to ensure that they get a fair share. They believe that there are certain charges that that BSI is making that they believe it's unjustified or need to be done differently. So we listened, we did that, and we asked questions, but it was not for us to make any kind of decision. Now we are going to hear the next side from BSI and hear what is their position with these negotiations. It is important to point out that we cannot legislate away this issue between these two organizations because both groups are private entities.
As mentioned by the Prime Minister, Cabinet will now meet with representatives of BSI ESR. Art in the Park began on September 12, 2009 as the brainchild of Deborah Wilkes, a photographer by profession. It functioned under the auspices of Culture, which is a Corozal entity dedicated to celebrating, promoting, and preserving the cultural heritage, art, and history of Corozal. For years, Art in the Park provided artists with a much-needed venue that gave them the opportunity to display and sell their work. With COVID regulations out of the way, it seems the program will see a comeback. However, it will have some changes, including its name. As can be seen in this flyer, submissions for a new name is already being accepted.
Art in the Park has been around for quite some time, and as mentioned, it was the initiative of Ms. Deborah. So what we are doing now after post-COVID and everything, we are trying to bring something new, still being done at the park, but what my personal opinion on it was that Art in the Park is much more than just art in the park. I do invite the public to continue commenting, to continue giving their opinions because everything is being taken into consideration. But most importantly, to keep in mind that we're trying to bring it back for the public, and at the end of the day, it will be for our town. And we thank the initial initiative for Ms. Deborah for bringing it up and now for us to continue. So with this new rebranding, we expect to bring something different to Corozal, keeping the essence of culture, but still bringing something added on to it. We are hoping to get new talent involved and new artists involved. And with this new name change, we are hoping to being done these first months of the year. So expect Art in the Park or the new rebranding of it. And everyone is welcome to come and enjoy and even participate.
A new episode of Art in the Park with the new rebranded name is coming to Corozal in March. Today, residents in San Pedro Town gathered at the Lions Den to witness the historic signing of a memorandum of understanding between the governments of Belize and Taiwan for the construction of the San Pedro General Hospital. Prime Minister John Brisenda says that the island community has grown exponentially and the signing of the agreement brings the hospital one step closer to reality.
Actually historic because the previous government was offering or promising over and over they were going to build the hospital. I mean, they even put it in the budget, I think, 2 consecutive years, and it was never done. We know that it is something that is needed. We're not doing the people a favor. It is something that is needed for the residents and also for the tourists that come to visit to Belize. So it was high in our priority list to try to get the funding. We managed to meet with the Foreign Minister of Taiwan, the President, and certainly Ambassador Sheng here, and we spoke to them about the need, and they decided they're prepared to partner with us in making the funding available. So now that the funding is available, now we've signed the MOU, it is going to be done through the OECC. That's the same company that's working on the highway in San Pedro, Sarteneja to Corozal. So now it's about now going to the next step to finalizing the plans, finalizing what's going to be done, and then getting the work going. We hope that we can do groundbreaking by the end of by March. So we need to fast forward the work that we're doing.
How long does a project like this take to be completed? Your estimate?
I think once we've done the groundbreaking, we've selected the construction, I would think no more than 2 years, so a year and a half to 2.
The Prime Minister was joined by Minister of Health and Wellness Kevin Bernard, Able Representative Andrew Perez, and Mayor Gualberto Nunes. Of note is that Belize and Taiwan continue to enjoy strong bilateral relations. As of January 1st, 2023, the import duty on condensed milk imported into CARICOM from all non-CARICOM sources was increased to 30%. The recent policy change applies to all CARICOM countries that participate in the CARICOM single market, including Belize, according to a release from the Ministry of Agriculture. Under the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas, RTC, which established the CSME, if a particular product, in the case condensed milk, is being produced in a CARICOM state, then such producer is entitled to protection in the regional market through the CET, through the application of high protective rates of import duties. In cases where the production capacity can supply up to 75% of the annual total regional consumption of a particular product, and the Council for Trade and Economic Development, quoted, a primary organ of the community, is empowered to ensure import duty protection by placing the commodity on the list of commodities ineligible for conditional duty exemption. This is the standing trade policy under the RTC. Jamaica has been producing condensed milk for some time and has recently increased production to meet the threshold of 75% of CARICOM's demand. It was in this context that Jamaica requested the full protection of the CET from the quoted. The quoted approved the placement of condensed milk on the list of ineligibles. That is, no government can grant import duty exemptions without prior authorization by the quoted, and an increase in the applicable rate of import duty to 30%. The quoted also agreed that the 30% rate of import duty should be implemented with effect from January 1st, 2022 by all member states. Belize has delayed implementation to coincide with introduction of the revised CET based on the 2022 version of the Harmonized Commodity Description and Coding System, which is the basis of Belize's customs tariff schedule. Therefore, the revised rate of 30% is now in force. Stakeholders are reminded that Belize is obligated to apply the 30% import duty as a quoted decision and also relies on this policy to ensure similar protection for its own products, in particular sugar and frozen concentrated orange and grapefruit juices when exported to CARICOM states. Given Jamaica's ability to supply the CARICOM region with condensed milk on a duty-free basis, the effect on price is anticipated to be negligible. The government of Belize and Brad's Gaming Group, the company that handles the Bolida and Sunday lottery here in Belize, will face off in court. The company is being signaled out for breach of contract. In a letter issued to the company, 12 main complaints are made in the way the Bolida and lottery are being operated. Today, Prime Minister John Briceño told the media how for far too long the gaming company has been enjoying lucrative benefits.
We have to give the Brad's Gaming Company an opportunity for them to answer. And it depends on their response, then that's what we're going to make a decision. But we know, for instance, the first 10 years that Brad's had the license, at not one single year did they make any kind of financial reporting to the Bolida Commission or to the Ministry of Finance. And the Minister of Finance then was the Prime Minister, then Dean Barrow, and not one time did they have any kind of reporting. So once we came in and started to settle in and started to take a look at all of these things, we wrote them a letter, I think in the middle of last year, telling them, you know, you are not complying to the agreement. So we gave them an opportunity to be able to comply. And here we are more than 6 months later, they never did so. We were forced to write a letter to say you are not complying with these, and then we're giving them an opportunity to be able to come to meet with the I think it's the Elections Commission to point out what they're doing to be able to comply.
I've had any response so far of any sort to that letter?
I'm not aware of it. I think that's something that CEO Nara Garcia, and they are the ones that are handling it. It's not me. It's not a matter that they have anything outstanding because they've been paying. I think what they do, it's a good deal, you know. They sell the bolido, collect the bolido, and after they don't collect the bolido, at the end of the first quarter, then pay the fees for that quarter. Then they collect the next money for the second quarter. After they collect money, then they pay the government. I mean, you couldn't get a better deal, and sometimes you need to ask, why is it that Prime Minister Barrow allowed something like that? But that's for another day. So it's not a matter that they have outstanding, it's just a matter that they have not been complying with the conditions of the license.
Another issue GOB is looking at is that there is no system in place to monitor the sales of the company.
They gave a number that to me I feel is grossly, I believe, underestimated. So we need to get to the bottom. There's so many things that's been going wrong with that agreement.
And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Thursday, January 12th here on CTV3 and Fiesta FM 106.7. Remember that to read a text version of the news, you can visit our website at ctv3blazenews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com/ctv3blazenews or our YouTube channel at CTV3 News BZ. Remember to wash your hands and remain safe. From all of us here at CTV3 News, thank you for watching and listening. Good night.